co-working space. Okay, we are now working remotely. We are now working from home, so we don't. Some companies use a cell phone number. However, you can check that number and check how valid it is. I know that we have your true colors, or you can check on Google, or you can call the number. I mean, if your office number, you know, you will be able to speak to a receptionist or to someone else, and maybe to ask as well, where is your company situated? How do I get a hold of, maybe can I get you guys on your website? What is your website address? Just to be sure it's an existing company. Like I said, there's been a lot of emails that, or maybe also on our WhatsApp groups, where they've been warning us, let's not go to certain places and certain addresses. It looks legit, but it's not safe. So you must always verify. I know that we belong to certain groups. I'm in different groups, study recruiters, study candidates, you know, that's where we all talk. Some of them, they go to an extent, invite for interview, go Good Life. Does this place exist? Or where do I get texts from Otropong, CBD, Pretoria to come to Good Life? So if a lot of people, if you're a legit company, a lot of people would know about you, and they would know, from Kotropong Khotamo, so then you call that cell phone number to say, receptionist, I need help. How do I get into a taxi from CBD to come to your office? But also, you would have done your research. Legit, but they are not. Do your research. Find out, is this a legit company? Is this a safe place for me to go for that face-to-face interview?
You know, until like a face-to-face interview, because I understand but what desperate bukananga kamere. O create that advert. Instead of I read the investigation kam khobolela. O level la gore o qualify. And on cry by roommates ka bo mbatsi gore batho ba bantsi they qualified go nna ma teacher.
True.
Batho ba bantsi the medical teacher o se o komunya go belanne. But then ba re gona le sekolo senya ka ma teacher kae gona le 078 gona 073 gona le 082 and then o re motho o tshwanetse gore a ire eng before that gona le bitso la sekolo.
Okay, get the example of a teacher is very easy. You can call
not that I'm disrespecting teachers.
Yes, no, we're using it as an example,
yes.
And it's a very beautiful example because you can call the Department of Education to see if is indeed a school named Good Life.
Yes.
School. Is it indeed existing? That would be your first step before you even do anything else. Because like I've said, there's other companies that are using cell phone numbers as their office number. However, if you do your own research, you will find out it's an existing company, it's a valid company, situated in a good place. You can definitely present yourself for an interview.
Oh, what is it about ba investigate yourself? I know one issue out there for an opportunity I see at the but then I was supposed to see you are please phone department or find out or can need things school se ba re Good Life ready. And then o level le gore sekolo seo se mo plekeng e leng gore go a fitlhega na go safe na o ka kgona go te present away. And then o boletse ka gore founela sekolo pele o tsamaya founela and okra gore ilo tshwara ke Ben go Good Life Radio o mo gopela direction. And ke a dumela gore kae go fulogile ba re mo fologe bona ge o founa yo tshwara ke Busisiwe.
Yep.
And Busisiwe ka se bole sela bena se boletse. And o tlo utlwa le ka tone ya hae gore is it valid or not?
True. Another thing I get hopelang, any job that is advertised that is asking you for money, run.
We boletse. Ba thoma ba go botsa ka taba gore o romele 500 a uniform.
Uniform
ya choko.
Baring ke tlo botsa. Very for criminal text. No, they didn't say criminal text. They use the word No, it's a no. It's a no. It's illegal to charge anyone for medical in South Africa.
Right, mamamedi ba rena ba Good Life Radio na go gone ba nong ke metsotso e tshelela fela go tswa go area pele ke dumela gore re a utlwaga ge re bolela ka CV ya hao, and o boletse gore CV ya hao is tsone e na like o ka re ke pasa, e ska tlhaela o ka re ke pasa ga e be short but then e be le di-point tse ba di nyakang. Ga o sa tlo ngwala di-hobbies tsa hao, ga o sa tlo ngwala a re ntho ngwe a e gateletseng ke gore o tlo ngwala sekolo se e leng gore o phasitse ko sone, be it your high school.
Yes.
O tlo ngwala le ngwaga, o tlo ngwala le gore if e le gore o tla varsity e rileng, a re go bohlokwa gore o ngwale gore o ke varsity e o feditse neng, o thomile neng o feditse neng. A re because go tse gore nakong e nngwe ke gone o registera this year, mara wena o ngwala gore o kene ko UJ. So bana beso ke ntho e leng gore ke dilo tse dinnyane tse e leng gore di a re paledisa. Ke kgopela gore a sa le teng ga re berekiseng monyetla o ge go na le something se e leng gore ga lo struggle ka sona. This is your opportunity ya gore o mo founele right now in the studio 064-896-2911 gore a kgone go araba putsiso ya gago. Re tlogele gore kgale re nyaka mmereko ga e teng, a re ga a kgolwe gore mebereko ga eo. Se a se dumelang ke gore o applyile ka tsela ya malebana, o latetse di-step tse ba di kgopelang. Re a kgopela gore please o sa le teng in the studio, it's up to you. Yeah, ke nagana re boletse too much. If o batla go partner le rona mo Good Life Radio, Ruri, you are most welcome gore o tlo godise kgwebo ya gago le rena. Kgwebo ya gago e tlebe maemong a latelang, o ka re emailela mo emailing e latelang marketing@goodliferadiostation.com gore kgwebo ya gago e tle ebe mo seemong se se latelang. O tlo tsebe gore le wena o tsebalege. Nakong e nngwe go tloga South Africa o ya Europe, re ke lo dlala ko Europe, risk ya gona ke gore tšhelete le bonagala e appetizer ke di-dollar, you name them, o lebella rand. A re mara o lebala gore ga o fitlha kwale bophelo bo bo phelang le style se o se phelang, tšhelete e o e golang eo e lekane bona bophelo bo. Ntho le be go e nagana gore ke tla romela ga o romele seo, mmewe ke kgopela gore nke o re rute ka di-foreign opportunities tse di tlhagelang.
Yes, hangata tse ke bileng ka ba exposed to tsona is tsa di-nurse, because nkile ka bereka within the health fraternity, and hangata they will say ba nyaka di-nurse kae, but also you must check hore, is it valid, is it not human trafficking? Because you must understand hore, the moment you step out of your comfort zone, let me call it comfort zone, out of South Africa, you find hore you are alone out there. You don't have anyone that you know, you're in a foreign land. And then what happens when something happens to you? That's also something that you need to consider. However, they are those that are legit. Okay, let's talk about those that are not legit. They do come across like they are legit. But then you would ask, okay, so how do I do my research like I've advised to verify if this is true? Anything that is legit will have reference. Anything that is legit will have reference. You might know someone who has been in that country, because I know when you're desperate, like even now, I'm sure there's others who are listening who are saying, right now, because they will tell you they will pay for your flights, they pay for your accommodation, they will pay for dijo. When they offer you medical insurance, like when I let transport your visa from wherever you'll be lodging, this and that, free uniform, and then they're gonna pay you in foreign currency. And when you do your rent to that currency, most of it high. But something that you're overlooking is, if you are in Europe, like you were saying, I mean, if Bob Patella $10,000 lifestyle, you know what I mean? It's not like Boroto voting $10. Kamo Boroto 20 something rand. Already you're like $10, 20 something rand. How? It's because just say to yourself, South Africa, it's just that their currency is different. But also you must be aware of human trafficking. That's what they do. They will show you something that you want. Definitely they will show you something that you're looking for. And because they know how you are desperate and how no one understands when you've been suffering, when I call yeah, plus but when I'm jealous, to research this company because I'm jealous so please be careful. Because if you only one
that's the danger. I remember one teacher who applied to China.
Yes.
You know the story. I know my sister-in-law had romantic opportunity to go UK as a nanny. From 7 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And then because you'll be staying with us, your salary as is. Or 6 months, after 6 months, then a month or high. But then it came, I did research.
Yep.
There was nothing like that. Only to find out it's scam. Human trafficking. And the age or age is so 1, 2, 3. So reference. Each and every company in town post in a reference. But says Busisiwe, go London. And I haven't been to London. I give you reference to London compared to our reference number. Something said, I cannot. I go check up.
True. So there are agencies that are working to find people jobs overseas. They are legit agencies that are doing that.
Okay.
They also handle your visas and everything else, so you don't have stresses or anything. Yes, because you need to pay for visa and the flights and everything else. But it's something reasonable. You'd find who the company would say, "Wena patela di visa, runa patela flight." It's something. You are doing this together with the company.
Yes.
So there are agencies that are doing that you can find out from South Africa. So you call that agency, right? Like, you know what, ne? Unfortunately, because some people, I don't know, maybe here I am. You need to work. You need to also put in some work. LinkedIn has shown itself to be a platform that is legit, that you can go to for research, especially for business, for career, for anything, right? Put the name of the company there, put the name of the person there, it will pop up their profile. Yes, even though LinkedIn illegal, I know there's others who will say, we were scammed for LinkedIn. What I'm saying is, just do thorough research. Everything that is good in a reference. Anything that is good, someone knows about it somewhere. Even though a lot of people are making a lot of noise about the bad things, but also there's people that are making the right amount of noise about the good things. So do your research. Don't be shy to ask. Don't be shy to go into the internet, check. And also, like I'm saying, there's agencies that are working to find people jobs outside South Africa, right? There's also competitions. Like, there's a lot of radio stations. What do I need? There would be agency A. Find out from agency B if they know what agency A is doing, because if the competition, you'll find they have similar services that they are offering. But don't be shy to do your reference. That's how you'll be able to verify if indeed is it legit in London, because there's an agency in South Africa that is doing that.
Then that that agency is registered.
Yes.
Because the agency gets a link.
Yes.
The agency long fly by night.
Yes.
ba ipatlela tšhelete. So ke dumela gore o rata gore ruta gore sa mathomo re lebelele gore the agency itself it's registered.
Yes.
If the agency is registered, e na le corresponding agency ko o batlang go ya ko teng, e kgona go liaisa le batho ba mo e leng gore e tlo fana le ka di-information tse tsotlhe tsa gore yes e teng company e bjalo kogo, yes ke nnete company e batla batho ba ba kana from South Africa. Because you know I know there's a lady from Jamiston who applied mmereko ba mo tshepise mmereko o e leng gore tops and ba mmotsa gore no even mmereko o le tops bjalo re a importa ba mo bolela ka ditlhako tse e leng gore are very expensive tse e leng gore o tlo di importa every time ga tla South Africa o tlo reka ditlhako tse e leng gore o tlo di tlisa South Africa, but only to find out or o tseya ka batho ba e leng gore ba bolela gore no we will do everything for you.
True.
Your flight, your accommodation imorona, don't worry ga re tlo go ga tšhelete when is how you go, but only to find out. That is why ke tisa taba ya gore ore ba tlhokomele gore the company the agency is it registered, because go fitla ka kwa ngwana batho kreile gore ba neng o stranded ga botsa motho gore ya ka e botsa batho fela ro kreile mosebetsi go kae ga fitla ka kwa le o fiwa diritibatsi gore a di tlise South Africa. Dilo tse ba bala ka tsona ke packet ke ditlhako yes ka mogare ga tsona, you know ke ntse e leng gore re na le lebaka la gore re rute batho gore please check out your company, is it registered, your agency in a corresponding agency e leng gore e go direla research on the other side. O boletse le ka di LinkedIn, o boletse ka other methods tse batho ba ka di latelela. As Busisiwe ke batla gore re re phape ya CV, because now metsotso ke masomepedi tsela go tswa go ire ya pele really from 12:30 re tlobe re bolela ka interview. Re boletse I think a mouthful o ka e repa.
Yes, so long and short of it, number one, it starts with you. So only one, without influence, without pressure, you know which line of career you want to follow. You pray, you ask God to give you the wisdom to get there. How? I've already said, CV, it's your spokesperson. CV must answer the questions that I would have in your absence. CV must be relevant to the point. Don't put unnecessary information on your CV. Don't put your ID number on the CV. Don't attach your copies of your ID and your qualification unless it is requested. When you apply for a government position, you must complete the Z83 fully. Otherwise, you will not be given an opportunity for your CV to be screened and checked. And you can trust the government because there's a POPI Act. Yahoo handle your personal information. So you don't have to have stress. Hey, they will know what to do with it, to safekeep it and discard it in the right way. I am not saying that to say it is a perfect process. That is why but people still buy roba. But what I'm trying to say is start with God. Only Him will be able to lead you and guide you to the right path. And I'll connect to right. That is why no go LinkedIn. Companies advertising positions. Why are they advertising? Okay, I know someone will say, yeah, Mara, ba yitur banyaka mang, are lese ba ba yirang posto, are bolele ka ba legit. Why ba advertise? It's because they are looking for you. But because so ena, u feel how watch anything yana, how this and that, how motona 10 years experience, go to the one more baring. Don't dwell too much on the negatives and on things that you feel they are not going to benefit you. Hey, banyaka 10 years, bona banyaka 10 years, it's almost 10 years, I want 10 years. But look for kiko kai mo banyaka, according to my skill, according to my experience, according to also what I want. Because now you're not gonna work for the sake of working. And please, my son oratur bula pelo, ne? Put your best foot forward. If come a good life, but come volunteer. You don't know who you're gonna meet. Number one. You don't know which relationships you're going to build. Number two. You don't know how that is gonna lead you to what. Number three. So don't stay. Just grab whatever opportunity that comes your way. You will not find yourself where you are in a year's time, in 6 months' time. But should you not take it, you'll definitely be where you are.
As we see your level. I know people by the volunteer today. But sorry, the highest position. People like a go subs. They don't a volunteer today. Yeah, no, whenever no ke rata gore re ka papatsong go tloga mo ke go tshamekele Benjamin Dubé gore se se anwe metsi a khokhe moya tata be re bolela yeah, no, that was Benjamin Dubé. Moya o ingwela, love you moya o ingwela. I wanted to tell me Busisiwe gore pina e ke se la batlang ke tsam ferefere, but yeah, that was then. You know, ke nnete a Busisiwe go phela o phelela morena a gona ntho ka e lekantshang le yona ka e comparang le yona. You know, ke nako ela gore bana re tlo bolela ka interview ke batla re straight to interview ska bera ba sietsa nako.
Okay, so I said your CV is your spokesperson. Your CV must answer questions in your absence. Right?
Yes.
And I those two things were accomplished. For interview. But please have this in mind. The reason why I'm calling you for instance of this position that I'm recruiting for. Now, I need to decide who do I give this job to. So you were shortlisted and invited for an interview because you have met the minimum requirements. Remember we spoke about minimum
requirements, yes.
You have ticked the right boxes, you listened and you complied, and you did all that needed to be done. Your experience and your skills matched exactly what I'm looking for. Now we're coming for an interview. Okay. Before anything, you get a call. Hi, you're speaking to Busi. You applied for a receptionist position at Good Life Radio. Oh yes, I remember. Some candidates will say, yo, I don't remember. You know, I'm looking for a job. I've been applying. Well and good. I will remind you. But this is the position I'm talking about. Then you will say, oh yes, I remember. Okay. Are you available on such and such a date? Are you available on the 4th of April at 3 o'clock for an interview? Okay, I will also tell you, is it a face-to-face interview or is it an online, a virtual interview? Okay, and then you will tell me your availability. Yes, I'm available. Or no, I'm not available. Or I'm not available at that specific time. Can we reschedule? Then I will also answer. Let it be a conversation, right? Don't feel under pressure to say yes to everything. You don't have to. Because when you're under pressure, because now you are just saying yes to impress me, to make me also align to you. But that's not the reason, right? I'm asking you so that we are also both aligned in terms of, are you still available in the market? Because you could have applied. What offers to apply? I'll offer a position, you're no longer in the market. So now the first question I always ask my candidates is, are you still available in the market? Yes. Are you available on the 4th of April for an interview? Yes. Is 10 o'clock okay with you? Actually, I'm not available in the morning. On that day, I'm available in the afternoon, or perhaps I'm available on another day. Awesome. Then we schedule the date, we schedule the time. Then I send you an email, invite. My email will be clear because I've heard some people come to me to say, "Kikrele email invite iso." And then, well, number one, I look at the spelling because if it's not right, it will say it have a lot of spelling errors. Number two, will tell you about verification or something like that. Then you know it's a scam. Because up to here, it can look and sound legit, right? And then the invite, if it's face-to-face, it will state the address. Personally. Then that's where it comes in. Remember I spoke about I'm sure you've seen these are the list of companies and list of addresses you shouldn't present yourself, because security once you get in, you don't get out. Don't risk. Don't say, yeah, but mama. Don't go. Oskaya, like, don't go. We understand you are desperate. We understand you're looking for a job, but don't go. Like, better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Then I give you all that information. Then on your end, you need to now prepare. Okay, because me, hey guys, okay.
Amen.
Like, this is me. Let me tell you a testimony. So I was employed, good job, permanent job, benefits, the works. Like, think about it, you got it. This is the kind of position where I was asked to interview, you got it. So you can imagine, I've arrived, I'm gonna retire here. Unfortunately, God's plans were different. And that job ended, and I was home for a while, asking God why, what's going on. But my testimony, there's a position I saw, and I read the advert, and I felt I qualified for this. And then I applied according to how they said I must apply. But because I've been in the industry and I know how this thing goes, obviously when you've advertised, there's some positions when you have advertised, a huge response, right? And yes, we are all human, Bazalwani, even though there's this AI and artificial intelligence in a system, it will pick up the keywords and everything. You can actually miss a good candidate, right? Then I did my research and I managed to get hold of the person who is recruiting for this position. What I said is, I applied according to how they said I must apply. It was an online application. But because I knew there was no way that my CV would stand out on that online application unless I say to a person, look for such and such a CV. I managed to get hold of that individual person. And I said to the person, this is my name. I've applied for this position. I actually said to them, I'm the candidate. The candidate you are looking for is me. The person laughed. You know what? I'm not the one who's working on this position. Phone this person. This is the person who's working on this position. But when you call them, please tell them what you told me. God, okay, no problem. I did the same thing. Shame on the next person, it didn't fly. The person was not as excited. I could feel the annoyance on the phone. Okay, what's your name? This is what I think the person did. They went to the original. I get when you advertise a position, it will state how you need to apply. Went to the original platform where they were receiving all the CVs. Because what I did is I applied, but the channel was PNet, right? But I also managed to get hold of the actual person who's recruiting. Then Gamoromela CV also. So I think Ochekile on PNet bin, because as what's your name? Kamota. Okay, I can see your CV. Let me have a look. I'll get back to you. But what am I saying? My testimony is I saw the position. I knew I qualified. And when I called, I said, I'm the candidate you are looking for. And the long and short of it, I did get that position, even though it was paying half of what I used to earn previously. And it was a contract position. But today, looking back, I'm just grateful to God because I'm not afraid to take risks. I just go. But what I'm trying to say is, I knew it when I saw it. This is the testimony linked to the interviews. Immediately after applying, I started to do my research. So I didn't wait for the invite of the interview to do the research about the company and what's going on. Because I knew I'm going to go for this interview. And I knew this is the job that I want to be in. I started doing my research. So what I wanted to say is, after you get that invite for an interview, then you do your research about the company. Because I get no apply to the company, but Good Life radio station, then you do your research, company background, anything that you can find out about the company. Read, check on LinkedIn, what did they post on their website? What are they talking about? What's going on? What did they do? Was there a new CEO? What are the changes? What are they doing that's different? Anything that's standing out to show you really want to work for this company. Earlier on I said, it starts with you. You decide, I want to work for Good Life. So if you go Good Life, obviously you'll have interest Good Life again.
Yes.
You would already know, no man, they stand out amongst others because of 1, 2, 3. So those are the things that you bring to the interview, because all these 3 candidates, they have the same experience and the same skills that you have. So what makes you stand out? Because the purpose of the interview is why you and not the next person.
Yes.
So why are you repeating what I've seen? Because all of them say the same thing that you are telling me. So you must make sure you stand out. Number 2, you need to okay, so interview date and time is set. You have done your research. Now you are ready. Now you are preparing to go for the interview. How you dress is very important. How you carry yourself is also very important. I was listening to a sermon here, Andrew Womack, o fitlhile ko company ya hae o kopana le motho wa bere sutu o sha go sutile wa tsena motho le a mo dumedisa, right? Bazalwane, take a look at it.
Yeah.
If you decide to learn about Good Life, please know who's who. What do I mean? Who's the CEO? Who's the MD? What's the company program like? Know all those people, because you're gonna do this mistake that I'm about to tell you. This candidate, Waberu Suit, Usudi, CEO, founder, Yazen, Usnax,
Waberu take. Yeah.
Then what would this out of interest? And then I don't care for interview. Okay, it's a no. No one is gonna work in this company as a
Yeah.
Versus someone who came, the person no one okay, ana suit. Marakam happening or this person or try to have a presentable. Very humble, speaking to everyone. Definitely that one deserves a chance to sit in front of me for an interview. Yes. How you dress counts, but also how you carry yourself. It's not going to help you only properly dressed, but how it's not going to help. Because go interview, what you are going to say will count. Verify, remember, references, just to seal the deal, to say, okay, they all match. What the person wrote on the CV, we did the verifications. What the person said in the interview, the references affirmed it, so then this is our person. So don't go interview, or CV how. Ever boning already by Berekisa as a decision for interview. No. You go a step further. In order for you to achieve what others they haven't achieved, you need to do something different from what they are doing. So do that research. Know what's going on. Know what language they are talking about. And don't start it about visa for interview. That was my testimony. Because I started doing my research. Who's who. I went to LinkedIn, who's my line manager. Everything for interview. And that worked in my favor, because how that question okay, so what do you know about Good Life? No, I actually know actually edited to one in the CV, the interviews. That's actually where I heard about this, because this is what was said. Aren't you gonna be impressed?
Wow, definitely. Come to the research karo. O batla mosebetsi mo plekeng ya maleba e leng gore o bona o boletse gore ha wa swana bereka just.
You don't, I worked because I needed to work. I started working in 2005 September. That was just to support my family. I had a baby. It was a lot. But I thank God for it. Somewhere 2006, I had a conversation with God. And the question was, but then what do you want to do? Because whatever that you're doing right now, you're getting the money that you're supporting your family. But and I said, I actually want to work for a recruitment agency, because I was exposed to them when I was looking for this job that I was working. By the way, I was in finance before. And I was told, well, when I know experience with become accounting, then bona, but then I thought, yeah, but that's not what I want to do. I want to be in recruitment. Then I had to start to work from scratch. Okay, so what do we do with recruitment? Because I do have a finance qualification in bookkeeping, but also it's helping me now in my business because it counts, right? So nothing is in vain. Can I also add that? Earlier on I said, right?
Yes.
It's not in vain, Bazalwani. Like what you're going through right now, God is not putting you through that just for show. No. Whatever bit of experience or whatever that you're coming across, God is going to use it. Romans 8:28, it all works together for good. Ask me. Like, nah, you know, there's this good friend of mine. I don't think I'm very and that's how me and him work. That's how we understand each other. Nah, it's like Mudimo, I'm gonna move and I get to what's the next step, but I trust you. And Mudimo always shows up. Hence I said it starts with you. But to fast forward to here, you must also take that initiative. You must also put in the work. You must also decide what is it that you want to do. It's easier when you have decided. Because even when you're volunteering, you know what I mean? Look, the jobs and the environments that we are complaining about for a toxic work environment, don't they pay you month end?
They do.
Your job that you are doing it, don't they pay you?
They do pay.
Thank you. So why you want to suffer to get paid? But it starts with you.
It starts with you. Yes, no, ke sentle. I heard you, and dilo tse ke di ratileng ke gore o rile bula pelo. Tseba go ya immediately starta go nyakisisa ka company eo. Tseba batho gore ke mang le mang o tlo bere. Tseba le your line manager so that o gone gore ge o ye o lokologile looking forward go batho ba o le go starta go bereka le bona. And then thongwa ga go e buletseng e ke ratileng ke gore o tshwanetse gore o tsebe company eo. And then you know, we are doing this for you. Remember, we said we are here to give you hope. We are here to motivate you. We are here to develop you and then to empower you. Interview. So today, o khona go tseba gore ge o apply ile o tsamaye ga o fitlhe kwa la bona ka CV. Because now Sesibusi are already ba feditse ka CV ba etswanetse ba nyaka wena ba nyaka botho ba hao ba setsana ba feditse ba go analyze it ba go investigate ile. So now ba batla the final step. Is that so?
True. Now you have gotten yourself in front of the panel or the person who's interviewing you. There's different types of interviews that different companies do, right? But I'm going to talk about the most common one that I'm currently also using. It's divided into 3 sections. So we're going to talk about your personal background. We're going to talk about technical competency, and we're going to talk about competency skills, right? Personal background, it will be you summarizing your CV. So you'll tell us who you are, you'll tell us where you went to school, you'll tell us your overall working experience, but also right there, also highlight, more good life receptionist, right? But they want someone who has worked with the switchboard maybe at 20 lines, right? And you've worked with 30 lines. That's where you're gonna throw in that. That's what sets you apart. You know? So yes, I've done switchboard, but I've handled 30 lines. And 20. Already that's a benefit for me. That's where you throw it in. Your achievements, like I've mastered to make sure phone I read more than 5 times. I mean, if you a reception with switchboard, I want my call to be answered speedily. So if you've mastered that, good. Oh, I'm also a typist. Oh, okay. So kinkare hebari bali banale backlog nyana ya admin right so re na le motho ka re leave because there's a good typist. That's when you throw it in. Technical questions, they are basically going to ask you specifically about the job, like? Have you ever had to deal with a customer or a client or really difficult? How are you going to handle that? Okay, we do handle it 30 lines, but which system were you working on? That's more technical, that's more direct, that's the core of the job. They will hang at that. Aligned to the KPIs. Remember I said the advert is from the job description, so that is coming from the actual job. Now really the title on the side, we are on the core thing now. And then the competency part of it is where you bring in your computer skills, and are you good, a good problem solver? Are you good in managing conflict? And how do you work with a diverse team? Like, what is it that you can do? Are you a good team player? Are you initiative? That's where we're gonna see that. Then when that is done, then it's like, okay, to verify this information, who do we talk to? I get you said it, for when no handles the 30 lines. That's something that you can ask your line manager, because your line manager again now monitor on all of this again. So when we're doing our reference, we take a good team player. Is this person a good team player? Yes. Then taking all of that, then we get to the part where we're saying, okay, we'd like to offer you this position. Then that way we can talk about money. I know this comes up a lot. And then Batubaba Shy, I don't want to say it's human nature, I don't know, I get. But like around we did all of that to get to the point that how much do you want, right?
Yeah,
and
that's the problem.
There's very interesting conversations that are happening around that actually. Yeah, why let's have what's only patela bokai? Why if why rona re le botsoro re hona bokai? No, that's wrong. Remember that's right. Remember that's wrong. Nete gore wena o itse nya ka bokai. I know. I said also be realistic. When I no motho a nya 70,000, like okay, on a serious note. When I receptionist now hola 70,000, I think that's it, right? But let's come back. Hey, we are done dreaming. Let's come back. Previously, how much were you earning? Right now, let me not even comment on that, because personally, I haven't done the whole market research. Because if I ask a follow-up question on what is the market research, I'm sure Luena, you'll say, no, what is acceptable? Show me. I don't want that. I want the number. Those that have worked with me, they know me. I will say, tell me the number, because more pay sleeping, I don't want market research. That will not translate to numbers in your bank account. So give me a number. So when you were doing your research about the company and everything else, I'm sure right now we're more researching your salary wise, this is what's going on. Then you are able to present for it. So how much are you earning, or what was your previous salary, and how much do you want to earn? And then we come to the offer stage, and then that's where we can negotiate. Hey, if there is negotiation to be done, or you can be blessed like me, and they ask you how much do you want, and you tell them, and they give it to you, and then
yeah, no, nako jile nako ika tsempanile magoleta, but then there's still a lot to be talked about. Gona dilo tse le re batla go di tseba feta, gona dilo tse le gore ne ke batla gore o ka elaborate, but then unfortunately nako re jile. Ke dimela gore interview about right calot. Mo itlang tshwara handbrake ke la gore re ka go fa bokae. You know, some people ba batla tšhelete le go fast, too much.
Yes.
Some people, like you said, they're a bit shy. Some people o fitla mo o bitsa tšhelete le gore o ipolela gore ke tla, I mean, you're a receptionist, for heaven's sake, or ke batla 50,000, or then ke tla gona ke negotiate. Hello, market research ring the receptionist di gola bokae ke fa example.
Yes.
Say ba gola 20,000.
Yes.
Wena o nyaka 50,000 o tla gona go negotiate. Can't you see gore now already o ti kubile we? So ntse ke tshabang gore re e ke ratang gore ka e bole ke gore how do you, yes we did the research, but then do you go up a bit or do you go below? Kana re nyaka go thusana pele.
Cool. So when this question is asked in an interview, I've heard some candidates say, but then hinga araba you feel like Augustine shortlist, like I won't go further with this recruitment process, so I don't want to shoot myself in the foot.
Yes.
Right? Personally, I would press you for a number, right? For a few reasons. Because I want to understand, do you also understand? Like, you know, the example you made, maybe the receptionist did 20,000 when you have 50,000. Obviously, then you understand. But when you are sitting in front of an employer, you can politely ask them for how much are they offering, what is the budget, because each and every position according to the company.
Thank you.
So you can ask them what is the budget for the position, and then you take it from there. Or you can say to them they can extend an offer. Then when they see, because some of them are not comfortable in saying, because also that is exposing company information. What do I mean? I went for an interview, go Good Life Radio, and then bar over kabo guy, kaba butorkinega 50,000, or maybe rabulela, kabe ka khona ho ba pusha gore le bona ba awo hape rona re patela di receptionist tsa rena 2,000. So don't you think gore ke na le power beno? Because information is power.
Yes.
So ke sa make go Good Life it ba patela 2,000. You know what I mean? And that is not right. So some companies don't disclose that because they are protecting themselves. But otherwise, you can say politely what is the budget, because each and every position in a budget.
Busisiwe, thank you very much. The volunteers mo Good Life Radio.
Good.
Out there.
Let's put a word out there.
Please, let's put a word out there. That the BP over the volunteers, because really a bigger picture.
Nice.
You know. Yeah, no, Busisiwe, on a positive note, like I said, we still have a lot to talk about. Our people, that mentality of mevereko ga iteng goba mevereko iteng ba ibitse batho ba rileng, it's wrong. We buletse ifedi. So right, ke gopela gore o e wrap up ngwaneso.
Okay, so we spoke about a standing agreement or a standing offer that we have for it. You are more than welcome to email me your CV. Email it in a Word format so that I'm able to also work on it and put notes on things that you will fix. No, I'm not going to type your CV. Yes, you're going to send me what you've typed. Yes, I will advise you what to do to fix it. Yes, it will be a back and forth conversation because that's your CV. It's like you're saying to me, I need to write your CV. You know yourself better. You know what's going on. And at the end of the day, remember when interviewing, I said that we're going to ask you personal background. You need to summarize your CV. So if you let another person type your CV, we're going to pick it up in an interview. Trust me, we've picked it up. So don't do that. Do it yourself so that you also do and you are comfortable with what you are saying. Then you can email your Word format CV to busi@zowetm.co.za. I will repeat it. It's busi@zoe, ZOE, T for Tommy, M for mother, .co.za. And you can write there, okay, this is my Word format CV. Please assist in checking if it's okay. Then I will do that with you. Please just bear with me because sometimes I get a lot and sometimes time doesn't allow, but I will definitely get to your email and I will definitely respond until we get into a way more terms or even more thing. Number two, if you are in the job market, please, as much as on TikTok, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, not go LinkedIn.
Straightforward.
Not go LinkedIn. I'm not as consistent in the others. I'm not saying they're not important, but not go LinkedIn. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is up to date. Come call your Facebook, come call your Instagram. How you build the pictures, the online. If you look at how to level it, so click on the message. It's easy because that's where employers are at. Thank you.
Since we see we wrap up and then re batla gore re seletse gore since we offer ka di services tsa hae mahala ha. Motho Good Life Radio, please use this opportunity. Are o tlo thusa ga ka se o paderis o tlo thusa ka gore CV e diriwa byang re ntsheng that mentality ba gore mebereko ha iyo. O re rutile o re butse matlho o re bontshitse gore go nyakega eng o re rutile le ka interview gore ka gare ga interview go nyakega eng le eng le eng. Rather use the opportunity ya gore o se butse this is my CV a go bontshe gore e ngwadiwa byang. Bana beso ga ene ga ka tseno ke nagana gore re kgatile ya rena tema